And I really hope that this actually records today, because earlier this afternoon we had our senior leader chat and it did not record it. So if it doesn't, we are streaming live into our Learn More group, which is great. So anyway, first and foremost, let me get my little notes here, is I just want to welcome you all. Thank you so much. Oh, there's Lisa. Hey, Lisa.
Hello.
There you are. I'm going to get my little stand here ready. A nice little hack that you guys can know is that your neck stands for your style shows actually work really good to hold up papers whenever you're doing trainings.
Makes sense.
Okay, I have to minimize this screen because seeing myself on delay is actually messing me up. So let me actually move this out of the way here. Okay. I can't see myself on delay when I'm trying to chat with you girls. Okay. All right. So first of all, welcome everyone. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Katie Stroup, and I have the privilege of being a company. Oh, hopefully maybe the end of this year, a sales vice president here at Park Lane Jewelry. I have a little bit about myself is I have about 20 years experience in the direct sales industry. I was with another direct sales company for 18 years prior to hearing the good news about Park Lane. And I kind of just lost my love and feeling for my prior company. And I decided to really put on my big girl pants and really do some investigative work and find the best direct sales company that I could find, especially considering that I may be in this industry for another decade or two. I wanted to make sure that not only I had the best, but also my hostesses and my customers had the best as well. And so I found Park Lane Jewelry through a mutual friend on LinkedIn, of all places. And I decided to check it out. And I literally left hearing about the company with my jaw on the floor, and also Googling, what is Cartier? I knew nothing about design or anything. I knew nothing about jewelry, nothing about fashion. I'm a mom of 4. I am located in Central Florida. And I have a first responder husband who works crazy long hours all the time. And so, hold on a second. Let me just mute. Let's see here. Okay. So that being said, that's a little bit about me. I want to start telling you a little bit about Park Lane Jewelry and all the amazing programs that we have, the people. And most importantly, I feel, is our story here at Park Lane Jewelry. So for those of you who've never, ever heard of Park Lane, maybe like me, I had never heard of it before. Our company here at Park Lane Jewelry has been in business for 66 years. We are family owned and operated. And I always love to pause when I say that we are family owned and operated, because I have known that for a long time, how family oriented the company is. But we just came back from our first actual in-person travel trip. I've earned 4 trips. So because of the pandemic, this was the first one I actually got to go on. And it was amazing to me to see firsthand that this entire 2.5 years I've been with the company, I've been talking about how they're family owned and operated, but truly they are family owned and operated. I got firsthand experience with our CEO, Scott Levine. All of his children were there in Key West. His grandchildren were there playing with my children. And I just absolutely loved seeing them at the dinners, eating together. They were walking around Key West, shopping together. It's just amazing that our founder, Shirley Levine, founded the company actually in 1966. She was 16. I'm sorry, not 1966, sorry, 1955. The company is 66 years young. And she taught all 9 of her children how to work their Park Lane business. They were not given the key to the kingdom at all. She had every single one of them earn their starter kit and start out in the field selling jewelry, which I truly admire that about this company. They just don't hire national directors off LinkedIn. They actually hire up from the field into the corporate world, which I find just absolutely brilliant, because, you know, you have to be in the field to know how to run a corporate title. And so I love that about the company too. Her husband, Arthur, was 19 and he was a CPA, which is where Shirley and Arthur had their, rule in their rule book. And we don't have a very big rule book here at Park Lane, but there is one wish, I guess, that Shirley has told her children that is, you know, what has to be done. They sold the company to their two oldest sons, and on one condition, and that is that the company only takes 2% profit. That's 2% profit. All of the other profit from the company is pumped back into our programs, which is why you will find, hopefully at the end of this call, why we have such amazing programs here. Nobody can beat us. In fact, our CEO, Scott Levine, says that if you find a better customer, hostess, or compensation plan, bring it to him and we will do that. So I love that. I think it's great to have that kind of transparency for sure. Okay, so that is that. So that's a little bit about the company. Let's see, till this day, we're still family owned and operated. The second and third generation of the Levine families coming in. And when I say the second and the third generation, guys, they have the grandchildren now participating in doing drawings for main events. They are, you know, doing little things around, you know, home office, which our home office is in Schaumburg, Illinois. I could go on and talk to you forever about the company, but I will stop there. I will say one last little thing is that, to my surprise, even during the pandemic, so just to give you all a little bit of a backlog, I started Park Lane November of 2019. Okay. We all know that COVID hit February of 2020. So for a whole 4 months, I did in-person parties. Okay. I've always done it. It's what I've done for 18 years. So it was an easy transition, one product to the next, right? Okay. My dad always said I could sell ketchup popsicles to a lady in white gloves. And it didn't matter if it was cookware, candles, or jewelry. It didn't matter. But I fell in love with the programs that this company has to offer. And so when the pandemic hit in February of 2020, there was like a moment of silence that lasted about a week because we all went from full books, if you can imagine, to an entire calendar of cancellations. Okay. Now, for me personally, I was scared half to death because this is how I provide for my family of 6. Okay. My husband's an officer and they're very underpaid, as you all know. Same for teachers. God bless you. And so thankfully, they opened unemployment up to, in corporations, which thankfully I was incorporated. So that was great. Meanwhile, myself and several of the senior leaders at Park Lane Jewelry got together and we came up with this unprecedented plan for a virtual style show. And overnight, we all got very comfortable with being uncomfortable and decided to pivot instead of pull our hair out. And we attempted this virtual style party. Okay. So that was February 2020. The end of 2020, we actually closed our largest grossing year in the company's 66-year history, which is mind-blowing to me. But one thing that I personally experienced, which I felt was just literally mind-blowing, is the limitless reach that virtual style parties have, right? How many times, you know, if you're coming over to Park Lane with industry experience, how many times have you done an in-person party and the hostess's cousin from Alabama wants to place an order, right? And so now we have parties, every night or however many nights you want to do virtual style shows. Or let me think, last night, I think I had some girls in Texas, Miami, where where else was I? Anyway, but a different state every night. And it's amazing to reach that many people and either change their lives through the love of this jewelry or this fabulous income opportunity. And then 2021, we closed out a 6-figure growth over 2020. And so if that doesn't speak to you, there's not much else that will. I'll be honest with you guys. That to me is absolutely amazing. So the question of the day is, why Park Lane? First of all, and I can personally tell you this because I came over from selling cookware, it is the easiest thing to sell. Okay. With jewelry, everyone owns it. Okay. Everybody wears it. Even if you have that person that says, I don't wear jewelry, I promise you they wear jewelry, even a pair of studs. It's a great gift. And of course, it's so easy to sell because you can take it everywhere with you. You're a walking, talking billboard. Okay. We also have over 1,000 pieces in our line. And so I always like to say that with Park Lane, we have a full service jewelry line. We have pieces from dainty. We have bold runway pieces. We have designer inspired. We have different metal tones. We have career appropriate. We have the perfect statement earring for your trendsetter. We have the perfect cute little pair of delicate studs for your granddaughter. We have something for everyone at a price point for everyone. Okay. And also love, this is a fun fact, that we also have 27 different designers and experts that design our jewelry, and our CEO's daughter, Taylor Levine, actually designs some of our pieces as well, which is really, really fun. And so we have, for example, we have bohemian geared jewelry. We have designer inspired pieces and pieces with natural stones. I'm looking around my display. We have some beautiful pieces that are exquisite artisan, detail. We just have something for everyone. Another favorite program that we have here at Park Lane is our Unconditional Guarantee. And I absolutely love this about our Unconditional Guarantee, because we serve mainly customers virtually. Okay. And I know Angie Norris is on the call right now. And she loves to say, which I stole her verbiage, is it's purchased with peace of mind. Okay. You can purchase the Endless Love necklace. And if you get it and it's not your style, or maybe it's not, the right length for you or what have you, then we can do a full refund within 14 days. Now, we also offer something really special. Now, let's say that you purchase this Endless Love necklace, which I don't think is available yet, so don't be loving it too much. This is one of our stylist perks that we got for our Sparkle convention. We have convention twice a year, which I don't think you knew that, Stephanie or Lisa, which is really fun. And so anyways, let's say you purchase the necklace, and within 120 days, something happens to it. The dog gets a hold of it. You run over it with your car. It gets a flea. It doesn't matter. Okay. Whatever happens to it, we just consider that unlucky if it happens within 120 days, and you get to replace that piece for free. Okay. Now, if something happens to your jewelry after 120 days, then it's just simply a $10 replacement fee. You do have to pay shipping. But it doesn't matter if that piece is a $200 item or a $20 pair of studs. It's just $10 to replace it. Okay. The other wonderful thing about that is that online shoppers get to feel confident with their purchase. And so it's even better, honestly, than Amazon Prime, because if I purchase my Rhomba off Amazon Prime and 4 months later it breaks, guess what Amazon Prime is going to say? Sorry. We're not sending you a new Rhomba. Okay. And so we even have Amazon Prime beat with our guarantee and with our shipping as well. Okay. Let's see. We also have no inventory. Home office packs and ships everything for us. We have free shipping on every order over $90. Now that's something, one of the many things, I will preface it that, one of the many things that Park Lane did when the pandemic hit is, and the reason why we were able to stay afloat is because we had so much money in reserve that we were able to pump all of this money into programs like the free shipping over 90. We did not have that pre-pandemic. Okay. Let's see what else here. Okay. So let's talk about our programs. That is the second P. The first P is our product. the second piece I'm going to chat with you guys about is our programs here at Park Lane. So this is what we are very well known. I feel like I'm writing a Facebook post and I want to do very clappy hand, well, clappy hand, known, clappy hand. Y'all know my little, on my Facebook postings. Okay. So we are very well known here for our programs. One thing that's very unique to Park Lane is that we love on all facets of this business. We love on the customers, the hostesses, and our stylists. Full circle. I call it the trifecta because literally I don't know how they'll ever improve it. I know that we have the culture that we want to be the best direct sales company. And we are, as far as I'm concerned. I've not found a better program or compensation better than Park Lane. Okay, so let's talk about our customer specials. So if you're new, I'm going to explain the customer specials. I know we have, I think, 2 new gals on. So we have the most amazing customer sale. Basically, our customer sale is the same sale 365 days a year. Okay, it is always our buy 2, get 4 items at half price. Okay. Now, the thing that's really unique about that program is that the 2 regular priced items are actually your 2 least expensive pieces. Okay. So I always explain to my customers, imagine walking in Target. Okay. Now, some other people use like Macy's or some high-end retailers, but I'm just talking about Target. Okay. Imagine walking into Target and buying 2 items from the dollar section up front. And then the cashier tells you, hey girl, everything else in the store up to 4 items, anything you want, half price. I would be going crazy in that store. Any 4 things half price in all of Target. That's our sale always. Okay. Then every month or sometimes every week, we have additional programs. Okay. And you have probably heard your stylist talk about, oh my gosh, now that you've spent 90, you can unlock a big bonus item. Okay. The big bonus item is traditionally any $200 item of their choice for $30. Okay. Now, today through Wednesday only, we actually have double bonus items where when the customer spends her $90, it could be on 1 item. It could be on 6 items. It doesn't matter. When she spends 90, she can actually unlock 2 big bonuses. Any $200 item or less of her choice for $30. So 2 of my favorite, if you've seen my style show, you will know that I love our impressions bracelets. $182 value that they can get for $30. And this beauty here is another favorite of mine. This is called the Dawson. And this comes in gold and in silver. Okay. And so any 2 big bonus items right now through Wednesday. Traditionally, it's 1. We always have the free shipping on any order at 90. Okay. Now let's talk about our hostess program. So this is my favorite thing to chat about because I have never seen anything like this. And I have done every in-home party under the sun. I have had friends that have sold candles, Pampered Chef, Princess House, what was the wax? I forget. But anyway, Mary Kay, you name it. I've never, ever seen a host program as generous as what Park Lane offers. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. So how our hostess program works is we do not reward the hostess based on sales. Okay. Which the first time I heard this, you guys should have seen my face. Okay. The CEO himself told me we don't reward our hostesses based on sales. And I said, what? I'm not going to go out and do a party if they're not getting rewarded based on their sales, right? It's so crazy. And so how we reward, oh guys, and did you see the new water lily bracelet? This Beautiful. Is stunning. And look at it actually clamps. Isn't this gorgeous? This is another great item for them to get as their zinger. This is my new fave. Love it. Okay. Anyways, so we don't reward based on sales. We reward based on orders. Okay. So hear me out. Okay. After I heard everything, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so genius, right? Because, when the hostess gets 9 orders or less on her party, this is 9 any size orders. Okay. 9 any size orders, she gets paid $20 per order. Okay. And that doesn't matter if the customer spends $10 or the customer spends $200, she always gets $20 per order. Okay. The magic happens when the hostess hits her perfect 10 party. You've probably heard your stylist talk about, let's get her to the perfect 10. That is 10 any size orders with a minimum of a $300 net party. Okay, so it does have to be minimum. So we're talking 10 people spending $30. Okay. But still, I'm just like, I was so spoiled. I'm like, I'm not going to go out for a $300 party. Are you kidding me? Right. So what happens is the customer program and the hostess program, they come together. And if you think about it with a business mind, you're probably thinking, okay, well, this is awesome because they're incentivizing each customer to spend how much? $90. And then you're incentivizing your hostess to get 10 orders.
10 orders.
So if you add that together, you're thinking 10 orders times on average a $90 order. And trust me, women, most of the time, women do not bat an eye. In fact, I think I'll brag on Lisa. I think most of the carts on her party were over $200 carts. Okay. Women, I mean, I came over from selling cookware and I literally had to twist women's arm and tell them that they were poisoning their family to get them to buy a cookware set. And yet women don't bat an eye to spend $200 on jewelry. I'm like, there is something wrong with the world. Anyway, so, that comes together, and then you find that the show average in the US is actually a $750 party. Okay. And remember, ladies, we used to go out, okay, and do in-person parties, and a $750 party was a great show, right? And now we're having $750 parties or more each night. And we're going live for 45 minutes in our bedrooms and our offices. I even have one girl who goes live in her laundry room. Now her laundry room will put my laundry room to shame. But anywhere you can have your camera and go live, you can do a style show. Okay. And so we incentivize the hostess at 10 orders where she gets to double that reward amount per order. So instead of getting $20 per order, she gets $40 per order when she hits the perfect 10. So 10 orders times $40 per order is a $400 shopping spree, 10 any size orders. So let me give you an example of my very first party here at Park Lane. Okay. It was for my big sister. And I can say big sister because she calls me kiddo and she used to carry me around on her hip when I was a baby. But anyway, my first party was for my big sister, and we had her party. It was a great party. It was like $1,000 show. We had 8 orders. Okay. And she said, and also I just want to say, with the order amount being the goal being 10 orders, you exceed any sales goal typically that you have anyway. And then the benefit is that you're getting your product into 10 people's hands every party. Okay. But anyway, so it was at her show and she said, and I quote, "Oh, kiddo, just closed it out with 8 orders." Okay. And I was like, okay, you know, I'm like, la, 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 no, nothing, still learning everything. And I said, okay, so you get $160 for free. And I was like, wait a minute. And she was like, wait a minute. And she's like, if I spend 10 or if I spend 20 and you spend 20, then I'm going to get 400 instead of 160 in hostess rewards. And I said, yeah. And at that very moment, I realized I have never in my career really had a hostess that was working hard with me to get those 10 orders. And the light bulb went off in my head. I just could not believe how incredibly smart and talented our founders are, truly. And so that's a little bit about our hostess program. We also give the hostess 4 half-price items, and she also gets her thank you gifts, which again is a $200 item for $30, and many, many, many other items, programs like our Fast 50s, which we can talk about that later. Okay. Let's talk about our programs for stylists, because that's what you're on the call for today, right? You're wanting to learn more about this company and what we have to offer. You may be thinking about, you know what, this sounds really fun. I love the jewelry. You know what, I think I wouldn't mind just getting 30% cash back on my own purchases, right? We are our best customer, right? Because we have a passion for fashion, as we say. So each month as a stylist, we have a program called the Rich Rewards Program. Now, for short, you'll hear me refer to it as the RRC, and that's Rich Reward Club. I'm sorry for the confusion. It's actually the Rich Reward Program, but we refer to it as the RRC. So basically each month you can earn between $250 and $1,000 worth of jewelry absolutely for free. You do not pay a dime for it except for tax. Okay. And that to me was also just such a brilliant, program that they came up with, because many times people will join a direct sales company and they'll be pouring all of their profit into buying the product. And here every single month, we get to get all of these, all of this product for free. Okay. It's very, very rare. Did you say something, Cindy?
No, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and mute you. I thought you said Katie. I would have let you spoke up, but anyway. Okay. So every month, $250 to $1,000 worth of free jewelry, depending on what level you earn. And it is, communicative. I can never say that word. Cumulative. Help me out, Stephanie. You know what I mean?
Cumulative.
Thank you. I cannot say that word. It took me the longest time, you guys, to learn how to say the word function. Girl, I kept messing up that word too. It was terrible in science class in high school. Anyway, okay. So then we also have, in addition to that, you know what? I can say a cumulative. There you go. Okay. So anyways, we also have a wonderful fundraising program, which is awesome. That was one of the very first programs I dove into when I was new to Park Lane, because that's something that I felt like we really lacked with my prior company. And I loved that with Park Lane, we have what we call a 50-50 fundraiser, which is amazing because we give back 50% to the cause and we make commission off the other 50% of the sales. And that is wonderful. And it's also not one organization. It's any 501(c)(3) organization that you want to do a fundraiser for. Shirley was very passionate about giving back to non-for-profits and communities, especially those of women and children, just so you guys know. Let's see here. We have 2 free vacations a year. Amazing. That was my favorite part as a brand new stylist. I was like, what? I love to travel. And I loved to travel. But what I learned just recently, about 6 months ago, is that I get to travel and bring my children for free. All children under the age of 12 are free and they can come with you on these travel trips. And I got a joke on Karen Howard, if she's watching this live on the team page. She had a credit. I hope she doesn't mind me sharing. She has a credit with JetBlue, and she's like, I'm going to go ahead and book my flight for Aruba because that's our next trip, as we're going to Aruba in September. And I said, your flight for Aruba, it's all included. Like Park Lane pays for your airfare and your trip, everything. So, but it's 2 free trips a year. I always like to say that whether you like castles or sand castles, we have something for everyone. Everybody across the board has the same goal. It doesn't matter if you've been in for 1 minute or 30 years. It does not matter. We all have the same goal, which I love because, again, just comparing apples to apples here at my prior company, I wasn't able to achieve those last several trips because my goal was astronomical and it kept growing because our team was growing. And then it stinks to be a leader and not be there with your team, right? And so everybody gets to go. It's absolutely fantastic. Our current travel trip that we just launched is to Kona, Hawaii. And the contest started 6 weeks ago. And it goes through, oh gosh, don't quote me on this. I think it goes through May, the end of May. I think it goes through May commission month. The travel trip contest lasts about 4 months. And your goal is for yourself with your team members selling. Okay. So if you want more information about how to earn the trip, let me know. I have a really great video that talks about how to earn a trip to Kona in 6 weeks, because brand new stylist, so jelly, your first 6 weeks, every single thing that you and your downline sells counts double. So let's say the goal for Kona was 50,000. You can just divide that in half because everything that you and your girls sell counts double for your first 6 weeks. Okay. So if you want that video, just reach out to me or your sponsor. We can get it for you. We do also have a cash out option for our trips as well. That's what was unfortunately had to be done for our last 3 trips. Where were they to? Bermuda, Ireland, and I forget the third one. I forget, but that's okay. Okay, so the next thing is we also have our Mercedes car program. You can drive a white Mercedes. We have an incredible program, which what I love about the MCP program, just cliff notes, is that it actually aligns with our promotion structure here in Park Lane. And so what you'll find happens is if you become a Mercedes car achiever, you'll also more than likely earn that promotion or your monthly bonus as a leader if you're coming in directly appointed. You can either take with the Mercedes car bonus a $500 monthly bonus if you choose to cash it out, or if you choose to buy or lease your Mercedes, which is what I did, then you can take a $700 payment, which we went with that. My first year and a half, I just took the $500 a month. And then about 6 months ago, we went out and got our Mercedes, and the payment on it was $400 a month, but I'm collecting, Park Lane's paying me $700. So I was like, this is silly. I'm getting paid $300 a month to drive a Mercedes. So we went ahead and got it, and that was really fun. I mainly did it for my husband, y'all, because I really don't care. I will drive that white minivan for real. I do own a white minivan.
Minivans are nice for kids.
Yep. And anytime he drives it, Stephanie, I always sing the song, Married Man in a Minivan.
But we had to get one too. When you have 4 kids, you get a minivan.
You have to. And a bigger house, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see what else we have here. Then we're going to open up to some Q&A. We have a generous profit plan. I can more than happily send you our profit plan. We don't typically go over on an OP because we have our wonderful direct to point program where we basically value, honor, compensate, appreciate, love on people with industry experience, which is probably the most unique program that Park Lane has. It's very similar to the philosophy of corporate America. If you had a job at Pepsi for 30 years and you switch to Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola is going to value that experience and pay you accordingly. Same thing here at Park Lane. So if you have industry experience, please be sure to let your sponsor know so we can get an interview for you. Let's see, what else do we have? Our profit plan does start at 30% and works all the way up to 50%. You earn pure profit weekly. Our Hostess Reward program is company sponsored. Okay. We have no extra fees. We have one website renewal fee a year, which is $99 a year. But the best part is that that's already included in your kit purchase. So you have a whole year to prepare to renew. Let's see, there's no need to purchase samples because you earn them through the Rich Rewards program. There's also no breakaways. You do get paid infinitely deep on your downline here. It doesn't matter if you have a downline of 10 or 2010. It does not matter. You get paid always infinitely deep. We have no quotas. We do have one maintenance for our leadership to get paid on their downline, which is a silly $600 personal sales net a month. And I also just love that you never lose your title here at Park Lane. We have 2 mottos here at Park Lane. One is, if it's too good to be true, it must be Park Lane. And the other one is that you never go down, you only go up. So you never lose your title. You know, God forbid you have a family emergency. This company is very family oriented. I'm not going to go into any details on today's call, but our CEO has been through catastrophic life events the last, recently and the last 20 years. So he understands the value of family, and you could step away at any time and come back and we will still honor that title for you always. Let's see, we have 3 different kit options. We have our quick start kit, which is $99. You get $500 worth of jewelry. Our second option is our standard kit, which is $229, and you get $1,000 worth of jewelry. And the third kit, which I recommend if you're really wanting to come in and really make a substantial income here at Park Lane, that is the Boss Babe kit. And it is $439, and you get $2,000 worth of jewelry that you pick out. Okay. So thank you all so much for taking the time to listen tonight and to be informed. I'm so glad that y'all stepped in and just checked it out. You know, I always say information is free. And truly, it was so funny, you guys. I wish you could have heard my 10-year-old a second ago. He asked me when I was getting set up, he said, what would you be doing if you weren't doing Park Lane? And I said, I have no idea. I just feel so blessed that I ran into this company and that I am very, what's the word? Angie has all the words. I'm very transparent in the fact that I knew nothing about fashion and jewelry coming in. And in a small amount of time, 2.5 years, I've been able to grow our team to 400 team members. We are the number 2 sales vice president team in the world at Park Lane, our team, Stroup. We have record number achievers for Mercedes car program, and we're only going up from here, y'all. And so I'm just so thankful that y'all are here. So I'm going to open it up to Q&A. I'm going to turn off the recording because sometimes people don't want their questions recorded. And then we will answer some questions. So thank you guys for joining, and thank you for everyone joining on the replay. Let me just stop this.